ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। Bhaja Govindam. This is a small poetic composition by Adi Shankaracharya. It is also called Moha Mudgara, Bhaja Govindam, or Moha Mudgara. What is Bhaja? Who is Govinda? What is that Moha? What is that Mudgara? All you have to see now. Bhaja, generally, bhajana, bhakti, we are familiar. As far as our Indians are concerned, we are familiar. Means what? Have devotion, worship, sing the names of Lord, Bhagwan, Lord, etc. But the verb bhaj has got many meanings. Which of it has to be taken here, we'll see. It means seek, get hold of, possess, adore, worship, accept, share, divide. Such meanings are there. Here in this context, we have to say, we have to take seek, whom? Govinda. Who is that Govinda will be seeing? In fact, Govinda is the subject matter of Vedanta. Name may appear as Vishnu, etc., but it signifies the ultimate reality, the only solution for our sorrowful existence of limited in nature, subject to birth, death, etc. You don't know from what quarters, at what time, what calamity comes strike you. We don't know. Such uncertainty. However much you may accomplish, still you are not contented. You want to live long in spite of the advancement of medical science. All that you can do is pull on your breath for some more years on ventilators, etc., or something like that. But having been born, one thing is certain, the end is there. Confirmed, irrevocable, return ticket to depart from this world is already booked. Irrevocable, because otherwise confirmed tickets we can cancel or postpone. Here it is not so. The body is born. It has to end one day, but what is that day is kept secret. Because if this person comes to the day, he will be as good as dead from today onwards. But it's certain. Sorrows, to some extent, we can get freed from. But so long as we have got the body, so long as we have got the mind, You cannot be totally free from sorrows. Think, body means first thing, cyclic, hunger, thirst, diseases, old age, subject to wear and tear the body is. All these are what? Inevitable. Death don't ask at all. Mind, you know what a storehouse of affliction it is. So without the body and without the mind, can we ever live? Means we have to be ready to face these afflictions from the physical body and the mind. We are no total escape. We may live it to some extent, that's fine, but not totally as well. So that being the case, sorrows we can't totally avoid. Happiness, we do get some happiness here and there, but we are not totally contented because we are always on the search for more and different types of happiness. That means you are not contented. Further, any happiness as we as the humans can think of is dependent on one thing or other. Any dependence spells sorrow. Let us see. You like a sweet dish and you become happy if you eat. Now let us find out what all dependence is there. First thing, you should have the dish, sweet dish, dependent whether you got the money or not question. Suppose you can afford, you got it. You are not totally, you can't be totally sure that you can be happy. Why? You have to eat it. For eating, what is necessary? Body. The body must be fit to eat it. You want to eat it, but your blood sugar has already shot up. And again, you are miserable. Is it not? It is there, and yet you can't have the happiness. Suppose you don't have, you are healthy that way, you ate it. To begin with, it gave happiness. It ends, and the mind longs for something else. And you cannot cater to all these demands. It can never be to our total satisfaction, though to some extent we can fulfill. Mental level also, all sentiments, emotions, hatred, all those things. Always the mind is ready to settle account with one person, other person. Without body, without mind, what can you enjoy in life? Means you are dependent on the mind and the body. At the same time, you have got to face the accompanying sorrows. Dependent. Anything like that, you can think of it. Dependence means sorrow. Now you may say, what you have said is correct. But life is like that. What can you do about it? In this life, we have to face all these things and try to get maximum happiness and minimum sorrow. Having been born, there is no alternative for us. So I came across one movie song. दुनिया में हम आए तो जीना ही पड़ेगा जीवन है अगर जहर पीना ही पड़ेगा. दुनिया में हम आए हैं तो जीना ही पड़ेगा. Having come in this world, my dear, you will have to live it. You can't escape it. जीवन है अगर जहर पीना ही पड़ेगा. अगर life, even if it is a glass of poison, you will have to drink it. You can't escape. दुनिया में हम आए हैं तो जीना ही पड़ेगा. जीवन है अगर जहर तो पीना ही पड़ेगा. You say, what can you do? We have been born in the world and we have to face all this. And in spite of that, we have to try to have some more happiness and least minimum sorrow. So if you tell him, my dear sir, it is not so that you want to live always. You don't want to die. You want to be totally happy, to the total exclusion of sorrows is possible. You may raise your eyebrows. What nonsense are you talking? Is it ever possible? That is your problem. What is it? You don't know that such a thing does exist. Leave alone discovering it. So know that what we want to get in this life, and we are struggling from lives after life to be forever, never die. Be always happy, never sorrowful, is available. And mind you, it is your true nature. Then why do I not get it? You'll have to inquire into that. By the inquiry as given, guided by the Shastras, you have to walk and discover for yourself. But this person says, sir, where we have got time for all these things? Life is full of care. There is no time to stand and stare. All these catchy, phrases we have bogged in our mind. Life is full of care. There is no time to stand and stare. Here comes the role of Bhaja Govindam. Yes, what you said is correct. Life is full of care and you have no time to stand and stare because you are ever engrossed in the things which are not at all the solution for your demands in life. And so long as you are so preoccupied in that, you will not be able to inquire and discover what is your true nature. It may appear to be the utopian dream. Somebody's fancy it may be. No, it is verified truth. It is not some stray thought of someone. It is declared by the highest means of knowledge in the world, what is called pramana, and that is Vedas. See, science has advanced with leaps and bounds and is going further. True, but remember, the field of inquiry of science is perceptible world. And here is some entity which is imperceptible, what you call as Atindriya. trance senses. And that being the case, your methods that you apply in science do not work here. Yes, that means a distinct and sure method is given in the Vedas, for which you will have to adjust your value structure in life. Little re-engineering of the values of life has to be done so that your mind gets some leisure to conduct this inquiry. Of course, at the same time, you will have to deal with the world for a few things, necessary things, which you can't avoid. But that alone cannot be the goal of life. So you have to have that leisure. For that, we will be required to know what are the avenues wherein our mind is preoccupied, which is truly not necessary. By these preoccupations, we are wasting our time without what? Valuable result. And the problem is we don't know that it is happening so. Somebody has to arrest your attention, redirect it, proceed on this, and find out. So, therefore, what is told in the Shastras, Vedas, Upanishads, and Smriti Granthas like Bhagavad Gita, etc., is our final goal of life. However impossible it may look at the first sight, yet no one has any alternative for this. They may accept or may not, but there cannot be alternative. One day or other, it may be after eons, kalpas, everyone will have to come to this solution. So the mind needs to be made available, for which certain facts in life, our own life, certain facts in life are brought to our notice. You have to inquire, is it true or not? And if true, we have to withdraw our preoccupation and keep minimum connection, minimum relation, minimum preoccupation required for the conducting our life smoothly. The rest of the time needs to be applied in this inquiry. And what is declared by Shastra? Your true nature is happiness principle, totally free from sorrows, ever existing in nature, is something which can be found that it is given to reasoning. Not only that, its truth is verified by direct cognition from all the master jnanis from time immemorial. What is called a vidvat anubhava, the aparoksha anubhava, direct experience, direct knowledge of the jnanis, the people who know what one's true nature is. So, this truth is not the brainwave of someone, Tom, Dick, Harry. It is declared by Shruti, Vedas, highest means of knowledge, which speaks of the things which are atindriya, imperceptible. It is given to reasoning. It is verified by Vidvat Anubhava. So Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava. Shruti, Vedas, highest means of knowledge. Yukti, reasoning according to that. And direct experience, These are the three cardinal tests based on which this truth is declared. So we can take ourselves safe to conduct this inquiry. Before that, where all our mind is preoccupied unnecessarily. Necessary things you can't avoid, because there are certain necessary things are also there. Unnecessarily, you can withdraw. That is being pointed out here by Adi Shankaracharya in a small, that is what, construct Bhaja Govindam or Moha Mudgara. So Bhaja Govindam means seek, possess, get hold of that Govinda. Now Govinda, as far as we Indians are concerned, is name of Krishna, Vishnu. That is a obvious or superficial meaning, but it is not confined to only that name and form of whether Krishna or Vishnu. What is meant by here Govinda is the principle of Krishna, the principle of Vishnu, the ultimate reality. So, then why this name and form? It is a matter of investigation. In due course, we'll come to know. What we popularly know as, or not know, have come across as God, the God principle, divinity principle, Paramatma Tattva, Bhagavad Tattva, Brahma Tattva, needs to be investigated and discovered. See, the word God, this comes from West. And in Western theology, there is no proper definition of God principle. Whereas Vedas, Upanishads are concerned, it incisively, clear-cut defines what this so-called God principle or divinity principle or the principle of the ultimate reality of entire Jagat, the cosmos, is. So, we come across God means, well, any other religions with some name and form. Some say there is no form at all. That's true. That's not true. But truly speaking, this divinity principle, whether you call God principle, divinity principle, Paramatma Tattva, Bhagavat Tattva, Ishvara Tattva, Brahma Tattva, Atma Tattva, is something which has no name, no form. At one place we get the same. Anything, any entity that is wielding a body, physical body, Deyadhari, no Bhagavan, cannot be Bhagavan. Cannot divinity principle. Wait, don't misunderstand after. I will come to that real fact. Anything which has got a mind, Chittadhari, no Bhagavan. Sakaro, nayo Bhagavan. In which form is not Bhagavan. Then what is Bhagavan? It is too early to dwell on that. But in short, You may wonder also. The Chaitanya Tattva, the Chit Tattva, the sentience principle, the pure consciousness principle, the pure awareness principle in us, in each and every one, not only humans, but in all living beings, without an exception. That sentience principle is what? The true God principle, divinity principle, Paramatma Tattva, Bhagavat Tattva, Brahma Tattva, Atma Tattva, any name you may put. Where is it? You are asking this question, no? Where is that? Come on, tell me, where is your consciousness? My dear sir, that very principle, because of you and me, are alive. That very principle which made your mind to ask a question, the mind which is inert in nature, appears sentient to ask a question, your buddhi, intellect, ask a question, where it is not come on. It is the very basis, is the very matrix of our individual nature as one who is interacting the world. All this needs to be inquired into. I'm not going to conduct the inquiry here. That is the subject matter of Vedanta. But as suggested here in this text, the role of this text is to make our mind withdraw from unnecessary, not required pursuit in life based on the wrong evaluation, and take to this inquiry, conduct the inquiry by the guidelines given the Shastra until you discover and verify this truth about yourself, the ultimate divinity principle in you, in the world at large, and the so-called the Ishvara, Parameshvara, creator of the Jagat. So, Shankaracharya here is bringing to our notice of certain facts in life which we generally ignore. Not only ignore, we are reluctant to dwell on that. It catches our attention. And therefore, Bhaja Govindam, oh my dear, please seek what needs to be sought for the, and what is your necessity. Don't waste your time in unnecessary pursuit. For the time being, you have got a moha. Moha means, you say delusion, it means aviveka. We are not able to discriminate between what truly we need, what we don't need, what truly gives happiness, what doesn't give, where exactly freedom from death lies, etc. We don't know. That aviveka, lack of discrimination, mudgara, it's mudgara. Mudgara means hammer. So the other meaning can be, first is Bhaja Govindam, seek Govinda, the divinity principle. Second is what? Otherwise, hammer, pulverize your moha, aviveka. So therefore, mudgara. So that is a, so that your mind is available for the right inquiry and the right pursuit, so that you can discover what you truly need in life and not beat the bush around, not grope in darkness. A royal path, which is walked by great masters past, tested at every moment, not new. You don't become the guinea pig of somebody's experiment with new things. The tested path is going to be given, for which the mind needs to be freed from unnecessary preoccupation based on wrong values and wrong tendencies in life. The context of Bhaja Govindam is like this. Shankaracharya, with his disciples, was going to Varanasi, Kashi Vishwanath. And on the way, he came across an old man sitting on the veranda of his house, and he was repeating some grammar rules, which is symbolized here by Dukrankarane, is a Panini rule of grammar, which gives the meaning of a verb from Dhatu Patha. The meanings of all verbs are given. From that, he was repeating that. Shankaracharya sees it. Not a youngster has to learn all these things. He has to go to Gurukula and learn it. The old man, and you could see that his one foot is already in the grave of this person. Wondering what is going to get by all this now at this age. So out of compassion he goes. He asks, "Sir, what are you doing?" He says, "I'm learning this." "What for? You're so old." "No, I will go to the king and display my knowledge, and he will reward me. He will give some money." He says, "Look, at this age, at least, not this only to be taken at this age. All along life you have to take it. You have not taken it. At least at this age, at the fag end of our life, please take to the pursuit for which you are born as human. Human birth is not just accidental to waste in any way you want because of your wrong notions and evaluations of life. Human birth is meant for the highest accomplishment, which lies in direct discovery of the divinity principle, the God principle, which happens to be our true nature. At this juncture, you may or may not accept it, but this is the irrevocable truth. It can never be otherwise. So therefore, and it is me, and which I can find out that sentience, because of its body has become animated. That is, its nature has to be discovered, and it lies the solution for all our problems of life, whether sentimental, physical, otherwise, all these things lies there, because all that you want is happiness forever, never ending. So Shankaracharya tells him, Sir, this is not going to help you at the end of your life. Having been born as human being, please discover this truth, signified here by Govinda. For the time being, let us keep it divinity principle, God principle, the very ultimate truth, which is our nature, true nature also. And its nature is happiness that can never cease, happiness which can never have even the least trace of sorrow, and the happiness which is independent of everything, including our body and the senses. For sense pleasure, you should have a healthy body and sound mind, aided by what? Sharp sense organs and organs of action. If it is not so, even if you have got what you desire, you are not going to be happy. That's why we say, see, dependence means sorrow is inevitable, including the dependence of your body on your mind, dependence on senses, whether sense organs or organs of action, whether jnanendriyas or karmendriyas. It is independent of everything. It has no limit at all. So this is how he starts, and by the teaching that Shankaracharya imparted to this man, old man, the disciples got inspired, and each of them started giving a piece of advice to the old man. All this put together is what is called Bhaja Govindam or Moha Mudgara. Now you know at least literal meaning of what is Bhaja Govindam. Seek that ultimate happiness which you are always seeking, but which is deluding you every step by step. Moha Mudgara, hammer that ends once forever your lack of viveka, of not knowing what is necessary, what is not necessary, etc. It gives you a right perspective of value structure in human life. Thereby, it gives you a right perspective of life. If you don't know that, what are you going to achieve in life? Just groping in darkness. So here is a small piece of advice, if you can say advice or guidance. So let us now take verse one by one. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja Mudamate. Samprapte sannihite kale nahi nahi rakshati dukram karane. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja Mudamate. Samprapte sannihite kale nahi nahi rakshati dukram karane. On YouTube, you can get this sung by well-known singers like M.S. Subbalakshmi, etc. They sing this in different tunes. That is very adaptable. But the tune must be such that there must be urgency in that. In what is taught here, my dear, urgency. Why? This person on the verge of going to die. Before that, he should learn this. So that's why instead of that very soft tune, etc., the aggressive Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja Mudamati, Samprapte, Sannite Kale, Nai Nai Rakshate Dukrankarani. Such tunes are available. Of course, they give to music, etc. You can listen to also. And you can chant this. It gives a very good effect to the mind, soothing effect. He first of all, Shankaracharya calls this person, elderly person, Mudamate. Mudamate doesn't mean fool, it can mean fool also. Mudamate, oh man of deluded intellect. Oh man, who you are lacking viveka. You don't know what is good. You don't know what is bad. You don't know what needs to be taken to. You don't know what needs to be avoided. And you are taking the things which are mere waste of life and is not going to help you at your last moment in the journey of life when you have to fare goodbye to this world which you can't escape. Oh Mudamati, a man of who lacks discrimination. Mati means buddhi. Buddha means religion, means topsy-turvy. Wrong things are taken right, right things are not taken as the unnecessary things. So Mudamati, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. At least at this time in your life, seek Govinda, seek, discover, possess that ultimate reality, which is your true nature, with the true nature of the Bhagavan, the Lord, Bhagavan, God principle, wherein there is nothing but happiness and happiness alone, no sorrow, never going to get destroyed. See, such statements appear to be very difficult to swallow at the face of the sorrows and miseries we are encountering with. That is why we have to see the source from where this knowledge has come. Vedas or the great masters, out of compassion, they're telling this. So therefore, even though at this present juncture of our life, we are not able to verify the truth of this statement, we should have that what is called a Shraddha, not blind belief, but the attitude of trust that what is told by these people cannot go wrong, even if at this moment it appears to be a just next to impossible. Why can't they go wrong? They have verified it. And they are not the people who would exploit the people, others. They have nothing to get from this world. They have nothing to lose from this world. They have discovered that limitless happiness at the backdrop which this, even the best sense pleasure in this world is just nothing for them. And they have no reason why they have to tell you. And yet, out of compassion, they are telling us. So therefore, we should have that attitude of trust in their teaching, which is based on the Vedas. And Vedas are given by whom? The divinity principle, Paramatma Tattva, Bhagavat Tattva, Ishvara Tattva. Will it give us wrong things? In Sanskrit, there is a phrase, statement, will any parents will get the daughter married to kill the son-in-law? Likewise, these masters have nothing to get from the world. Out of compassion for humanity, they are telling this. Will they tell a lie to misguide us? They can keep quiet. Nothing to get from this. That compassion for the people, what? Prompts them to share what they have discovered with us all. So that much trust in their sincerity, we should have that Shraddha. That's why Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, Shraddhavan labate jnanam samshayatma vinashati. A person who has got full trust in this and proceeds further in the guidelines of the Shastra, gains knowledge, finally discovers this. Doubting Thomas, samshayatma vinashati, gets ruined. Ruined in the sense, gets deprived of the highest accomplishment in life. So therefore, Shraddha, the attitude of trust in the Shastra scriptures, the attitude of trust in the teaching, the attitude of trust, the ultimate authority, the author, Ishvara, Bhagavat Tattva, is indispensable. So, O you man, Mudamati, Aviveki, lack discrimination, see Govinda, the ultimate divinity principle, which is your true nature, wherein lies the solution to all your problems of so-called samsara, the limited existence on this earth. Why so? You say, Sannite kale samprapte. Samprapte, which is on the verge of your living, is so near now. What is it? Sannihite kale. Sannihita means that appointed time, a fixed time. What is the fixed time? The time fixed for you to say goodbye to this world. Means the time of death, when it is imminent. At any time, you will have to leave this body. At that time, my dear sir, all your pursuits of such things, what you're doing to earn some money, etc., is not going to rescue you. Nahi nahi rakshati dukkran karane. This you are doing now. Dukkran karane. Literally is a sutra from, the aphorism from Panini grammar, Sanskrit grammar. But it is a upalakshana, means an indicatory word for our all pursuits in life except discovering what this divinity principle is. So Dukrankarane, this grammar rule means all pursuits in our life other than discovering what that Govinda is, what the divinity principle is, how am I related to that, how it relates to the Jagat world. So accept that none of these are going to save you. So the first and foremost goal of life must be this inquiry and discovery of the principle called Govinda. Govinda word is etymologically derived in this way. Gobi Vindate Govinda. The name of Krishna, name of Vishnu, true. But the word means this way. Gobi Vindate. Go, as far as we Indians are concerned, we know a cow. But here, it is not meant by cow. Go also means Shabda. Shabda means words. Words. Govihi. By words. What do you mean by word? Words signify Vedas. Shabdarashi. Veda means what? The colossal mass of words. So Shabdarashi. So by words means by Vedas. Vindate. One who is gained. He is Govinda. The one who is gained through the Vedas. It is the ultimate divinity principle, Atma Tattva, Brahma Tattva, Bhagavat Tattva, divinity principle, God principle. What exactly it is and how it is solution for our life, our pursuit of life needs to be inquired and discovered, for which we are now preparing our mind by withdrawing it from the pursuits which are unnecessary. Except few necessary we have to take to. We can't help because so long as we are in this world. So unnecessary. So for that, say, my dear sir, the pursuit now we are engaging in, you are engaged in, it applies to everyone. He may be repeating, what is that, grammar rule, but we are occupied in many other things. To get this, not to get away from that, all those things. Is finally is not going to, they may have some temporary solution, we may have to take to, but not, it cannot be the goal of life. That only is not the goal of life, will be made clear for the next verse. So therefore, so we have to seek this Govinda, who is unfolded by the Vedas, which is the ultimate goal of human existence. Now one may argue, sir, what you have said seems to be correct. I agree with that. But we have to live in this world. To live in this world, we have to earn ourselves. Without earning, without money, we can't survive. And you are asking us to see Govinda. What about our living? We can't depend on others. No one should depend on others for our survival. One has to one has to earn oneself. And when we are preoccupied there, where's the time for us for Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam? Not Bhaja Govindam is what? Not bhajan. Seeking, pursuit of seeking Bhagavad Tattva, divinity principle, God principle. The time for that. So, the Shankaracharya says, look, that is not a problem. I don't say the minimum things required for your upkeep of the body, for which you have to earn, etc. They should be stopped, I don't say. But that greed for having more and more and more and more and more and more and more, stop it. Bare minimum thing you have to take to. But that insatiable, never ending thirst for wealth, possessions, power, name, fame, retinue, all better give them up. And you are born this world. Along with that, you also brought your software from past lives. There is already a provision of earning all these things. Do that much. But give up your insatiable thirst to have more and more money, power, possession, retinue, etc., which has never an end, and you will get immersed in that all along, forgetting what the real purpose of human life is. And therefore, what should be our attitude towards these bare minimum earnings, etc., in life is going to be highlighted in the second verse. We'll see next time.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ